Sarah. No last name. Just the girl who has memorized every single heartbeat this porch has ever taken after sunset. The exact way the third step sighs when the temperature drops 1 degree. The soft creak the swing gives when the wind moves it, even though no one is sitting there. The precise shade of amber the porch light has painted on these steps since she was 7 years old. Sits on the top step of Mark's front porch at 8:37 p.m. on the first full night of being 18, knees drawn to her chest, drowning in the oversized navy hoodie he left on the swing last winter when she forgot hers on purpose. The one she has slept in exactly 198 nights in a row. The one she washed at 2:47 a.m. with shaking hands and half his detergent so it would still smell like him when she needed the courage to finally do this. Avocado print socks pulled up over chilled ankles, breath fogging softly in the cool night air, heart beating so violently she's convinced the porch light above her is pulsing in Morse code. Finally, finally, finally. The street is wrapped in that perfect after-dark hush she has loved since she was small. Crickets humming low and steady in the bushes like they're keeping time, a dog barking 3 houses down, then thinking better of it. The faint rustle of leaves skittering across the driveway like they're gossiping about her. The porch light, the one he never remembers to turn off, the one she has never once reminded him to, because she has always secretly loved the way it feels like a lighthouse guiding her home, paints everything in a soft, steady amber glow that makes the whole world feel like it's holding its breath with her. His truck is still gone. He texted at 6:03 that he'd be late. Something about picking up lumber for the bookshelf he's been building in the garage. She's been here since 6:12 p.m. She told herself she'd only stay 5 minutes, just long enough to figure out the words, just long enough to breathe. But 5 minutes turned into 30, 30 turned into 90, 90 turned into 2 hours and 25 minutes of watching the sky go from peach to lavender to deep indigo. The temperature dropped 12 degrees. Her courage rise and fall and rise again like the tide. She could have knocked. Could have let herself in with the spare key. It's still under the fake rock, same spot since she was 9 and lost her key in a water balloon war. Could have texted, "I'm on your porch," or "Can we talk when you get home?" or any of the 100 versions she typed and deleted on the walkover. But sitting on the porch felt honest, visible but not intrusive, waiting but not demanding, present but still giving him the choice to find her exactly where she's always belonged. Headlights sweep across the wet pavement, slow, familiar, the familiar rumble of his truck, the soft crunch of tires on gravel. The engine cuts off, door opens, boots on the driveway, slow, deliberate, like he's sensing something in the air before he even sees her. Mark stops at the bottom of the steps, grocery bag in one arm, milk, eggs, the good coffee beans, a bag of apples for some reason, takeout coffee in his other hand, hair damp from the mist that started 20 minutes ago, dark flannel speckled with water, green-gray eyes going wide, 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 then impossibly soft in the porch light. "Sarah?" His voice is low, surprised, wrapped in that gentle rasp that always pools heat low in her stomach. He climbs the first 2 steps slowly, like he's afraid she'll vanish if he moves too fast. "Why are you sitting out here? After dark." She pulls the sleeves of his hoodie over her hands, hugs her knees tighter, avocado socks suddenly feeling ridiculous and perfect all at once. "I just turned 18, she says, voice soft but steady, the words finally free after 731 days, 14 hours, and 37 minutes in captivity. And I woke up this morning knowing that if I didn't see you before the world got loud, I was going to lose my nerve forever and spend the rest of my life wondering what would have happened if I'd been brave after dark. So I walked over at 6:12 with cold toes and a heart that's been yours since I was 16, and I sat right here on your porch where I've sat 1,000 times before. Only this time I'm not 16 anymore. And I needed you to find me exactly where I've always felt safest waiting for you." Mark sets the grocery bag down on the bottom step like it's made of glass. The takeout coffee follows with a quiet thud. He climbs the rest of the steps slowly until he's standing 1 step below her. Close enough that she has to tilt her head back to keep his eyes. Close enough that the porch light paints gold across both of them. "You could have called," he murmurs. But there's zero scolding, just wonder, like he's been hoping for this exact impossible moment since the night she fell asleep on his couch at 16. And he sat awake, counting her breaths and praying for a future where nights like this were allowed. "I know," she whispers, breath fogging between them like tiny ghosts of every almost they've ever lived through. But calling felt too small, and texting felt wrong, and waiting inside felt like I was taking something I hadn't earned yet. This felt right. Cold toes and porch light, and the sound of your truck coming home, and the way this step still creaks exactly like it did when I was 12 and crying over a ruined science project, and you let me sit right here until I stopped. He studies her for one long, humming second, really studies her. Eyes moving over the way she's curled into his hoodie like it's armor, the way her avocado socks are pulled up over chilled ankles, the faint goosebumps on her legs, the way her pulse is visible in her throat like a second heartbeat trying to reach him first. Then he sits beside her on the top step, close enough that their shoulders brush, close enough that the heat of him cuts through the night air like sunrise. The porch creaks softly under his weight, like it's been waiting its entire life for this exact configuration. "All right," he says gently, voice low and steady and scraped raw with everything he's never been allowed to say. "I'm here. Tell me what you came to say." She turns to him, slowly, like the world might tilt if she moves too fast. "I love you," she says, clear and steady and 2 entire years overdue. "I've loved you every single day I wasn't allowed to say it out loud. I've loved you through every borrowed hoodie and every almost touch and every night I fell asleep on your couch pretending it was enough. I've loved you since the night I was 16 and terrified, and you made the entire world quiet just by letting me wait right here on these steps. And I'm 18 now, Mark. And I'm sitting on your porch after dark in your hoodie with cold toes and a heart that's been yours since the day I learned what love was. And I needed you to know before another night went by where I had to pretend I was okay with just being the girl who waits on your steps." The silence that follows is soft and golden and infinite and perfect. Mark closes his eyes for one trembling heartbeat, like he's letting the words sink into every place he's kept locked since the day she turned 16. Then he opens them again, shining, unashamed, and reaches for her hand, slow, reverent, giving her every possible second to pull away. She doesn't. His fingers lace through hers like they were custom made for the spaces between. "I love you too," he whispers, voice breaking on every syllable like relief and joy and terror all at once. "I've loved you every single night you sat on these steps and I pretended I didn't notice you were waiting for more than a ride home. And I'm done pretending the porch isn't big enough for both of us forever." The kiss is soft, slow, porch light lit, rain mist kissed, and perfect, like the first honest breath either of them has taken in 730 days. Sarah winks at the camera, phone propped on the porch railing where it's been recording since 6:11 p.m., red light glowing steady, hoodie sleeves swallowing her hands, porch light spilling warm gold across both of them. His hand laced through hers like it was always meant to live there. The night air suddenly not cold at all. The grocery bag forgotten on the bottom step like the rest of the world just agreed to wait its turn. And that's the full, longer, uncut, hard exploding, 2-year wait, porch light after dark, cold toes, spare key, she never needed, avocado socks, 8:37 p.m., golden glow, grocery bag on the bottom step, rain that started on Q's story of the night I turned 18 and finally sat on his porch until he came home to me. Some waiting isn't patient. It's just love learning how to be brave in the dark with cold toes and a porch light that never goes off. Like subscribe, ring the bell, comment the longest you ever waited on someone's porch for the words to feel safe enough to come out. Just turned 18, just sat on his porch after dark. And he finally came home and asked me to stay forever.